Okay, so today we are talking about apply knowledge of network and data security procedures and protocols when developing and deploying and maintaining a program code. So the first thing is articulate wireless security. So first thing is wired equipment privacy. The original encryption protocol developed for wireless networks and its name implies WEP was designed to provide the same level of security as wired networks. However, the web has many security flaws, so yeah, it's difficult to configure and easily broken, right? So it's not safe for the system. So the second came out was Wi-Fi protected access, WPA, introduced as an interim security enhancement over WEP, while the 802.11i wireless security standard was being developed. Most current WPA implementation use PSK, commonly referred as the WPA Personal and Temporary Key Integrity Protocol for encryption. WPA Enterprise uses an authentication server to generate keys or certificates. And then they came out WPA 2 based on 802.11i wireless security standard, which was finalized in 2004. The most significant enhancements to WPA2 over WPA is use of the advanced encryption standard. So it uses the advanced encryption standard. The security provided by AES is sufficient and approved by the US government. Encryption information classified as a top secret. So it's probably good enough to protect your secrets as well, right? So MAC ID filtering. One of the simplest techniques is to only allow the access from known or pre-approved MAC addresses. The most wireless access points contain some type of MAC ID filtering. Explore dedicated firewalls. The second thing is the firewall. A firewall is a network security system that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic based on perimeter security rules. Firewalls often categorized as either network firewalls or host-based firewalls. So what is network firewalls? Network-based firewalls option can offer stronger defensive barrier compared with a host-based firewall, obviously. IDS or IPS function operating on a network firewalls are most likely to spot any traffic generated by backdoor malware or trojans because the traffic will need to cross the network barrier or its command to control center. Host-based firewall. Protection against firewall failure. Adding another firewall of a different design is helpful in case of primary firewall fails. So the most likely to attack a problem caused by primary firewall failure will not affect the host-based firewall similarly. So there's a hybrid firewall as well, so you can have both together, like a network firewall and a host-based firewall. That's more secure. And that is simplicity. Configuring a host-based firewall is usually far simpler than configuring a perimeter firewall because the host usually requires support for just a few protocols in order to function. Protection against a wider number of threats. The host-based firewall can protect against threats originating within the corporate network and can help to migrate risk badly configuring the software on a host. Specificity. A host-based firewall can be turned to support single set of application and block everything else. So that was the host-based firewall. So now we're talking about NAP, Network Access Protection. Network Access Protection is a set of operating system components that provide a platform for protected access to private networks. NAP is an extensible platform that provides an infrastructure and API set for adding components and store, report, validate, and correct computers system health state, right? Where NAP is applicable. So NAP is applicable where you want to ensure the health of your desktop computers, determine the health of visiting laptops. So if there some visiting laptops on your Wi-Fi, so you want to check that. So it will determine the health of visiting laptops to verify the compliance and health of computers in remote offices. Check the health and status of your roaming laptops. So what's the runtime requirements of NAP? NAP Pro platform requires infrastructure and servers running Windows Server 8 or later, and NAP clients running Windows XP with the Service Pack 3. So it's not asked for more. It's just Windows Server 2008 or more later. So NAP can work on all of the computer basically. Network isolation. Isolated networks connection are intended for those machines running any operating system but do not need to access on the internet. Isolated networks include 10 by 100 copper switch Ethernet to each network device. Connectivity to other devices is isolated on networks. Local DNS and DHCP services within isolated network. No other central services will be accessible from this machine. So it's totally cut off from the internet. So the machine will be able to fully interact with other system on the isolated network, so, but will be unable to interact with any machine outside of the isolated network. This machine will not accessible from outside of the network. So as you can see in the figure, so you can interact with these machines which is in the isolated network itself, but you cannot interact with the outside of isolated network with the machine, and you cannot access the internet because it's isolated networks. So that's it for the video 4. Thank you for watching.